an eternity since my last road bike ride that didn't involve me having to commute somewhere. And holy moly, does it feel good to be out without anywhere to be. Currently I am sort of wishing that I had worn some leg warmers, regretting the decision to not do that, but whatever. Originally, today we had sort of a ride planned, but being the unorganized idiots we are, we never came up with a time, we never said where we were gonna meet, and this morning when I woke up, I was sending everybody messages and not getting any real responses. Turns out Zach went out and rode on his own. I don't really blame him. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, alone. Although he did share with me that he has a flat on a really crappy gravel road way away from town. I was gonna go pick him up, but he seems to have it figured out. Which means that with the way that I'm going on my bike ride right now, I have a stage very well set up for possibly a good suck it. Although it may not happen at all. Big friggin' moose is a very common spot to stop on this bike ride. But on the plastic road bike, you may notice that I came out here on the tubulars for a training ride. Typically with my luck, I wouldn't do something like this because it doesn't offer too much in the way of a repair when I inevitably get a flat. But I did want to test these tires on some of these garbage roads around this time of year to see if they're gonna hold up to like glass and rocks and all that. These are good roads for that. However, I wanted to add some insurance for when the possibly inevitable happens and I need to like fix it on the side of the road. I won't get a flat because I do have a spare, but if I didn't, I would. That makes sense? Besides, this thing looks super sweet set up like this. It's always cold and windy here, but man, you can't deny the beauty of the rides that we get. If I was gonna see Zach, that is where it would have been. It's not going to happen. Unless he has some sort of decent plan to get me without me knowing. Hey, so I'm running these tubulars at like 160 PSI, and they're still more comfortable than most tires that I ride. Apparently there's some really good, quick, single-track mountain biking in the woods behind all those walking trails that I was just on the road of. I look forward to exploring those a little bit when I actually have some more free time, getting off work a little earlier, having a ton of daylight. As far as I understand from what I'm told, there's also a bunch of good mountain biking over there, which I'm also going to be exploring. It is insane how timid I am with these wheels and tires on. I didn't think that I'd be so afraid of having them roll off, but whew, I can't go down that hill like I normally would with a clincher on to save my life. Like, I know it in my head that they're not coming off, but my level of trust in them is so low, and I don't really know why. Oh well, it's just a matter of continuing to ride them, building some trust, getting used to the feeling of a nicer feeling tire, and starting to ride bikes fast again. This stretch here, this is the real test on the tires. All sorts of garbage on the road. I'm trying to make better nutritional decisions, but I'll do an almond croissant. It's tough when croissants taste so good. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how long that ride is. I didn't bring my Garmin anyway. But I remember it being like 45 or 50 kilometers. I obviously wasn't trying very hard, or I got my nutrition really, really right this morning, which bothers me because it never seems to happen on race day. Because I'm feeling totally fine. I probably could have done that twice and felt the exact way that I feel right now. I'm gonna say it was the tires. The tires were really efficient and these wheels are really fast. It also might have been one of the slowest rides I've ever done. And now for this week on Eric and Angela's HGTV fixing chairs. We were given these chairs, so it's not really the end of the world. Also, getting rid of all the gold on these lamps, Vitoria spray paint. Gonna go well? Well, in typical Angela and Eric project fashion, we got spray paint, but we didn't get painter's tape, so Angela's solution is just packing tape, which should be just a non-issue. Like Angela's version of Joel and I and stripping all the paint off a bike to make it look cooler. It's just, this will last probably longer. I think my favorite part about when Angela has an idea, they just kind of go out, get the stuff, do it, and make it happen like within an hour or two. And I wish I would do that more.